Video producers face a variety of challenges from project to project, but no task could be more challenging than trying to make bad audio sound good. Whether it's an electrical hum from an air conditioning unit or a hiss from a poor quality recording, the tasks involved in fixing such problems might be easier than you think. This week on AudioBuzz, we'll look at some common audio problems and show you some quick fix ideas. As an audio engineer, there's no bigger challenge than trying to repair a client's bad audio. Trying to salvage poorly recorded audio doesn't have to result in complete disappointment. Hopefully with the tips I'm about to show you, some of your nightmares can have happy endings. Let's start with matching EQ. One of the situations you'll probably encounter is trying to match the sound of on-camera talent with voiceovers of the talent recorded at a later time.
With moving 5 or 10 semis to 30 cities and constantly setting it up and tearing it down. I remember back in '94, a winter storm came in and turned out being 3 hours late for the show.
Even if you've taken the care to use the same mic and coached your talent to try to mimic the same energy level as in the two-camera parts, you may not always be able to record in the same location, and the parts may need to be matched. One way to do this is pull the two-camera audio up in your editor beside the new VO. Listen to the two-camera audio.
No one can really understand what a live concert production is until you take it on the road.
And make adjustments to the EQ of the VO track to match the sound.
I remember back in '94, a winter storm came in and turned out being 3 hours late for the show.
Go back and forth between the two and continue to make adjustments until they sound the same. Now, pay attention to the sound of the two-camera audio with regards to the room sound or reverb.
No one can really understand what a live concert production is until you take it on the road.
Pick an appropriate reverb sound to approximate the sound you hear. Again, with the sounds side by side and going back and forth between the two. What about the ambience of the room you originally recorded in? You surely recorded just pure room tone ambience for 20 seconds or so, right? This sound of the empty room can be used to lay under the VO to make it sound even more like the VO that was done on location. We usually refer to this as an ambient track or ambient sound.
Road, the logistics and the planning involved with moving 5 or 10 semis to 30 cities and constantly setting it up and tearing it down. I remember back in '94, a winter storm came in and turned out being 3 hours late for the show.
Another common problem that producers face are those pesky pops from plosives. Plosives are those sounds from hard consonants such as P and B that cause the microphone to sound like it was bumped. The first thing we need to do is identify where the problem is.
Palladium.
Listen through the track and drop a marker each time you hear a pop.
Palladium.
You might even be able to see some pops as unusually high spikes in the track. Once you've marked the pops, you'll need to zoom in close to analyze the problem. Highlight the area of the pop and reduce its volume to be in line with the average volume of the rest of the track. Now play the track.
We were setting up at this place called the Palladium.
If you've still got a pop, highlight the pop area again and apply a fade in. Play the track again.
We were setting up at this place called the Palladium.
If necessary, you can repeat these steps until that hard consonant is gone. It can take quite some time to go through a whole project, but you can do this from the comfort of your edit suite without having to reshoot due to badly recorded audio. Once you've done an entire project this way, you'll no doubt find the wisdom to invest in some pop filters and windscreens, and will pay closer attention to microphone placement on your talent. I get a lot of requests from clients needing to restore audio that was recorded on analog tape years ago. Without a doubt, as a video producer, I'm sure you come across this as well, especially if you do memorial-type videos or retrospective pieces. So let's take a look at removing unwanted noise. For most noise reduction functions, you'll need to have a portion of the noise you want to reduce in isolation from the foreground sound you're trying to save. If you're working in Soundtrack Pro, it's easy to highlight this isolated noise area, go to Process, Set Noise Print, then highlight the entire area where you want to reduce the noise and go to Process, Reduce Noise. The setting for noise threshold, reduction, and tone will vary according to how much noise you have, so hit the preview play button and experiment with the settings until you get rid of most of the noise and retain most of the foreground sound.
No one can really understand what a live concert production is until you take it on the road.
Sometimes it might require doing a slight reduction and then taking another noise print and repeating the process. On the PC side, Adobe Audition also offers a similar noise reduction tool. You highlight the unwanted noise, and Audition takes this sample and removes the frequency from your audio file. Whatever app you use, be sure to watch out for overprocessing, or your foreground sound will start to sound filtered. If you've got isolated areas of microphone bumps or odd noises between sections of dialogue, you can sometimes reduce these with a multiband compressor by isolating the frequency range of the bump and compressing only the sound within those frequencies. You could also experiment with replacing the bump area with another section of good background. With some creative crossfading, your noise will become a thing of the past. While there are audio problems that can't be fixed, the majority can be made to sound much better. And sometimes, with a little extra effort, you can save what you thought was lost. Thanks for watching AudioBuzz. See you next time.